ocean, the lakes, the rivers, the streams, they were grand and large.
Why won't the pool?
And Bayame, realizing that he had given so much to the water, looked at the water when he was all done, and he said, I have given you a lot. I have given you so much that I expect much from you. You have the greatest gift of all. You cover all the world and can move freely. But you are not to take up any more room than I have already given you, or I will be very upset. And with that, Bayame left to create more things. And when everything had been created, that's when the fun started. And who liked to have fun more than anyone else? It was the wind. And wind knew how to have a good time. Wind rolled into town and it went, woo! Can you do that? Woo! And then it decided it hadn't had enough time, and it hadn't had enough fun, and it went back the other way, and it said, woo! And then the wind saw ocean, and it said, ocean, you are not having enough fun. Let me show you how. And wind went, woo! And then it went back and it said, woo! That is how you do it, said the wind. And ocean said, oh no, I couldn't. No, I really can't. But wind kept on going. And as it did, ocean began to get kind of tickled. He went, oh, this is fun. Until finally he laughed so big, that ocean rolled up. His tiny little laughter became big laughter until he was one giant big wave and he lost control of himself. And ocean spilled up and over and on to the land. I wasn't supposed to do that, thought ocean. And he knew as soon as he did it that he had done something wrong. You know how that feels, you know, as soon as it's happened. And Bayame saw everything. And he was not happy. He had given ocean everything, and here he was trying to take more. And so, Bayame did something he had never done before. He turned himself into a great, big, green frog. A huge frog, a giant, thirsty frog. And he got down by the water and he went, and then he did it again. He did it to the ocean, to the lakes, to the rivers, to the streams. And he licked his lips, and he closed them real tight, like this. Can you do that? Sounds like a frog. And then he stopped. And Bayame and it goes, yes. And its wings flutter so fast that if you get close, some say that the kookaburra bird will tickle your face. And so the kookaburra bird came down, and she went up to all the animals, and she said, I know what to do. I know what to do. And quite a few animals laughed. Try it. It's hard not to do. Indeed. Well, Kookaburra bird did this for a while. In fact, some say she even did it for days. But did Bayame laugh? No. Bayame did not laugh. He sat on the moon with his lips shut tight and he just went, Well, finally, two sisters came out of the trees. They were the eel sisters. And they stepped up to the animal circle. And they said, we know how to make Bayame smile. We will dance, and he will smile. And he will be so pleased that he will open his mouth and he won't even have to laugh. And so, because they tried everything else, the eel sisters began to dance. They danced like this. They danced like that. And they twirled, and they twined, and they twisted, up and down, and over, and around, and through, and back again, until the eel sisters were twisted around each other. And at that point, they were not the smooth operators they had been before. No, they looked at each other and they said, oh, let go! What are you doing? What are you doing? The show! You dance like a worm. You wiggle like a snake. Oh, oh, oh. The sisters were not happy. They pulled on each other. They couldn't quite get loose. And their arms and their legs and all the things that are all in one long line when you're an eel became angry and twisted, and they pulled and they pulled and they went, woo! And they went, ah! And Bayame saw this. He saw those silly sisters, and he watched as all the animals began to teeter and hoot, ha-ha, ha-ha, and giggle, hee-hee, hee-hee, and their laughter grew bigger and bigger and bigger, and it floated larger and higher and wider and brighter until it went all the way up to the moon. And there,